Hi everyone, and welcome to the Sleep and Learn channel. Today, we'll take a calm and peaceful journey through the lush green jungles, where every sound, every leaf, and every gentle breath of nature helps you relax and let go of your thoughts. Get comfortable, close your eyes, and allow this soothing atmosphere to guide you into a world of quiet harmony and rest. And if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can explore more relaxing stories about our amazing world together. The living ocean of green. Jungles are among the most vibrant and complex ecosystems on Earth. Often described as the lungs of the planet, these dense tropical forests grow mainly near the equator, where sunlight, warmth, and rain work together to create a world that never truly sleeps. Unlike many other landscapes that change dramatically with the seasons, jungles maintain a constant rhythm of growth. Plants sprout, animals move quietly through the leaves, and life continues in an endless cycle that has existed for millions of years. One of the most fascinating aspects of jungles is their extraordinary density of life. A single hectare of tropical jungle can contain hundreds of species of trees, along with thousands of insects, birds, reptiles, and mammals. Scientists often say that more than half of the world's plant and animal species live in tropical forests, even though jungles cover only a small portion of the Earth's surface. This incredible concentration of biodiversity makes jungles feel almost like living libraries of nature. The structure of a jungle is also remarkably organized. Rather than being a chaotic mass of plants, jungles grow in layers. At the very top stands the emergent layer, where the tallest trees stretch above the rest of the forest and catch the strongest sunlight. Below them lies the canopy, a thick green roof formed by overlapping tree crowns. This canopy acts like a protective umbrella for the entire ecosystem below. Beneath the canopy is the understory, a quieter world of smaller trees, vines, and shade-loving plants. Sunlight rarely reaches this level directly, creating a calm and dim environment where many animals move slowly and cautiously. Finally, the forest floor lies at the base, where fallen leaves, fruits, and branches gradually decompose and feed the soil. Despite receiving only a small amount of light, this layer plays a crucial role in recycling nutrients back into the jungle's endless cycle of growth. Another relaxing and fascinating feature of jungles is their constant natural soundtrack. During the day, birds call to one another from hidden branches while insects create a gentle background hum. At night, frogs, crickets, and nocturnal animals take over the chorus. These sounds form a steady rhythm that many people find deeply calming, almost like nature's own lullaby. Rain is also a defining element of jungle life. In many tropical forests, rain falls almost daily. The warm air holds large amounts of moisture, and when clouds release it, the jungle drinks deeply. Leaves collect droplets that slowly drip down through the layers of vegetation, creating a soft and soothing pattern of sound. Even after the rain stops, water continues to slide down vines and trunks, feeding streams and rivers hidden within the forest. Perhaps the most peaceful fact about jungles is that they represent stability in the natural world. While storms may come and rivers may shift, the jungle as a system has endured for tens of millions of years. Its trees, animals, and microorganisms form intricate relationships that allow life to continue with remarkable balance. In many ways, a jungle is not just a forest. It is a living, breathing community where every leaf, insect, and creature plays a role in maintaining harmony. Understanding this quiet complexity is the first step toward appreciating why jungles remain one of the most mesmerizing and calming environments on Earth. The hidden cities of jungle wildlife. While jungles appear calm and peaceful from a distance, they are actually home to one of the most active and complex communities of animals on Earth. Every layer of the jungle is inhabited by different creatures, each adapted perfectly to its environment. From the highest branches to the shaded forest floor, thousands of species quietly share the same living space. High above the ground, the canopy layer functions almost like a floating city in the sky. Many animals spend their entire lives here without ever touching the ground. Monkeys swing through the branches with remarkable agility, while sloths move slowly from tree to tree, conserving energy in the warm tropical air. Brightly colored birds glide between the treetops, and butterflies drift through the sunlight that filters down from above. Among the most fascinating jungle residents are the tree-dwelling reptiles and amphibians. Tree frogs cling to leaves using tiny adhesive pads on their toes, allowing them to rest safely high above predators. Some species even glide through the air, stretching their bodies and limbs to move gracefully from one tree to another. These quiet travelers of the canopy rarely attract attention, yet they play an important role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. The jungle is also home to an astonishing number of insects, many of which are so small that people rarely notice them. Ant colonies can contain millions of individuals working together like a highly organized society. Some ants farm fungi inside underground chambers, while others form long-moving bridges with their bodies to cross obstacles in the forest. These tiny architects help recycle nutrients and keep the jungle environment healthy. Closer to the forest floor, larger animals move through the shadows with patience and caution. Jaguars, for example, are powerful but quiet hunters that blend perfectly into the patterns of light and leaves. Tapirs wander slowly along hidden jungle paths, feeding on fruits and plants. Even though these animals are rarely seen, their presence shapes the entire ecosystem by spreading seeds and controlling populations of other species. What makes jungle wildlife especially fascinating is the way many animals have evolved extraordinary camouflage. Some insects look exactly like leaves or twigs, making them almost invisible. Certain frogs and lizards change their colors to blend into moss, bark, or flowers. This ability to disappear into the environment helps animals survive in a place where so many species live close together. Despite the incredible diversity of life, the jungle often feels surprisingly peaceful. Many animals move slowly or remain hidden during the hottest hours of the day. The air becomes warm and still, and only distant bird calls or the soft buzzing of insects break the silence. This quiet rhythm gives the jungle its uniquely calming atmosphere. In reality, the jungle functions like a vast and interconnected city of wildlife. Every creature, from the smallest insect to the largest predator, plays a role in keeping the ecosystem balanced. Understanding these hidden communities reveals that jungles are not only rich with life, but also full of quiet harmony and remarkable cooperation between species. The ancient giants and living architecture of the jungle. One of the most remarkable features of tropical jungles is the immense variety and size of their plants. In these warm and humid environments, vegetation grows with extraordinary speed and complexity. Over millions of years, plants in the jungle have developed unique strategies to compete for sunlight, water, and space. The result is a forest that resembles a vast living architecture, where towering trees, twisting vines, and enormous leaves create a layered world of green. The tallest trees of the jungle are often referred to as ancient giants. Some species can grow more than 60 meters tall, rising far above the surrounding vegetation. These trees must support incredible weight, and many of them develop large buttress roots, broad, wall-like roots that extend from the base of the trunk. These structures help stabilize the tree in the shallow jungle soil while also guiding rainwater toward the roots. One of the most fascinating aspects of jungle plants is how they compete for sunlight. Because the canopy above blocks much of the light, many plants have evolved creative ways to reach brighter spaces. Lianas, which are long woody vines, climb up the trunks of large trees and stretch toward the canopy. Instead of growing thick trunks of their own, They use existing trees as natural ladders to reach the sun. Another extraordinary group of jungle plants are epiphytes, sometimes called air plants. Unlike most vegetation, epiphytes do not grow in the soil. Instead, they live on the branches of trees, absorbing moisture and nutrients from rain, mist, and organic debris. Orchids and bromeliads are well-known examples of epiphytes. Their delicate flowers and unusual shapes add surprising beauty to the dense green environment of the jungle. The leaves of jungle plants also display remarkable adaptations. Because rainfall is so frequent in tropical forests, many leaves have developed drip tips, pointed ends that allow water to slide off quickly. This simple but effective design prevents water from accumulating on the surface, which could encourage fungi or damage the leaf. Another peaceful and fascinating feature of jungle vegetation is the constant cycle of growth and renewal. Plants grow rapidly in the warm climate, and fallen leaves decompose quickly on the forest floor. This process releases nutrients back into the soil, allowing new plants to thrive. In this way, the jungle continuously rebuilds itself, creating an environment where life rarely stands still. Even the smallest plants contribute to the quiet beauty of the jungle. Mosses, ferns, and tiny seedlings grow along tree trunks and fallen branches, forming miniature gardens within the forest. These small green worlds often host insects, frogs, and other tiny creatures that depend on the moisture and shade. Seen as a whole, the vegetation of the jungle forms an intricate and balanced structure. Each plant, whether a towering tree or a delicate orchid, plays a role in shaping the environment. Together they create a living cathedral of green, where sunlight filters softly through the leaves and life continues in a calm, steady rhythm that has existed for countless generations. The secret rivers and waterways of the jungle. Hidden beneath the dense green canopy of the jungle lies an intricate world of water. Rivers, streams, and small hidden pools form a vast network that quietly flows through the forest. These waterways are the lifelines of the jungle, providing drinking water, transporting nutrients, and shaping the landscape over thousands of years. Although many of these rivers remain unseen from above, they play an essential role in maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Some jungle rivers are enormous and powerful, slowly carving their way through the forest. Others are small, gentle streams that wind silently between tree roots and fallen branches. In many places, water moves so slowly that its surface reflects the surrounding greenery like a mirror. When sunlight breaks through the canopy and touches the water, the rivers shimmer with soft golden light, creating one of the most peaceful scenes found in nature. Rainfall is the primary source of these waterways. In tropical jungles, rain can fall frequently, sometimes almost every day. The thick leaves of the canopy catch much of this rain, and the water gradually drips downward through the layers of vegetation. Some droplets travel slowly along vines and branches before finally reaching the forest floor. This gentle journey of water creates the quiet dripping sounds that are so characteristic of jungle environments. These waterways also support an astonishing variety of life. Fish glide through the dark waters, often hidden beneath floating leaves and tangled roots. Frogs gather along the edges of ponds and streams, filling the humid night air with rhythmic calls. Insects such as dragonflies hover above the water's surface, their wings catching flashes of sunlight as they patrol the jungle air. Larger animals depend on jungle rivers as well. Many mammals visit riverbanks to drink or cool themselves in the shade. In some regions, animals such as capybaras, tapirs, and even large cats travel along river corridors because these areas offer easier paths through the dense vegetation. In this way, rivers become natural highways that connect distant parts of the jungle. One fascinating feature of jungle waterways is how they constantly reshape the land. During periods of heavy rain, Rivers may overflow their banks and spread water across the forest floor. When the water retreats, it leaves behind rich sediments that nourish plants and trees. This natural flooding cycle helps maintain the fertility of the jungle soil and encourages new growth. Even the smallest pools of water play a role in jungle life. Rainwater can collect in hollow tree trunks, large leaves, or the centers of certain plants such as bromeliads. These tiny reservoirs often become miniature ecosystems where insects, tadpoles, and microorganisms live and grow. In many ways, water is the quiet heartbeat of the jungle. It flows slowly, nourishes the forest, and connects countless forms of life. Though often hidden beneath thick vegetation, these rivers and streams ensure that the jungle remains one of the most vibrant and harmonious ecosystems on Earth. The quiet symphony of jungle sounds. Although jungles appear visually dense and mysterious, one of their most fascinating qualities is the world of sound that fills the forest from morning until night. The jungle is rarely silent. Instead, it produces a gentle and ever-changing symphony created by animals, wind, water, and rustling leaves. For many people, these natural sounds are deeply calming because they follow rhythms that have existed for millions of years. At sunrise, the jungle slowly awakens with what scientists sometimes call the dawn chorus. As the first light touches the canopy, birds begin to call to one another across the forest. Each species has its own unique voice, from soft whistles to bright melodic songs. These calls help birds establish territory, communicate with partners, and signal the beginning of a new day in the forest. Insects soon join this natural orchestra. In tropical jungles, insects are among the most numerous creatures, and their sounds create a constant background hum. Crickets, cicadas, and countless other tiny animals vibrate their wings or bodies to produce rhythmic tones. When thousands of insects sing at the same time, the jungle air fills with a steady sound that resembles a soft, natural vibration. During the warm hours of the afternoon, the jungle often becomes quieter. Many animals rest in the shade while the humid air grows heavy and still. Only the distant rustle of leaves or the occasional call of a bird breaks the calm atmosphere. This peaceful pause in activity gives the jungle a slow and almost meditative rhythm. Rain can also become part of the jungle's soundscape. When tropical rain begins to fall, it touches thousands of leaves at once, creating a complex pattern of soft tapping sounds. Large leaves produce deeper drops, while smaller leaves create lighter and quicker rhythms. As the rain travels through the layers of the forest, it forms a gentle cascade of sound that many people describe as naturally soothing. As evening approaches, the jungle begins to transform again. The fading light signals the start of nocturnal life. Frogs begin their calls near rivers and pools, producing deep croaks or rhythmic chirps. Some species call in repeating patterns that echo through the forest, forming one of the most recognizable nighttime sounds of tropical environments. Night insects also become more active. Their steady buzzing and chirping create a soft acoustic background that fills the darkness. Occasionally, the distant movement of animals through leaves or branches can be heard, reminding listeners that the jungle remains full of life even when hidden from view. The remarkable thing about jungle sounds is that they rarely feel chaotic. Instead, each sound occupies its own space in the forest's natural rhythm. Birds sing in one register, insects hum in another, and frogs call from water below. Together, they form a layered harmony that reflects the structure of the jungle itself. For this reason, the soundscape of a jungle is often described as a natural symphony, a complex but balanced composition created entirely by nature. Listening to these sounds reveals the calm and steady heartbeat of the forest, where life moves in quiet harmony with the environment. The hidden medicines of the jungle. Among the many wonders of tropical jungles, One of the most remarkable is their role as a vast natural pharmacy. For thousands of years, humans have discovered that many plants growing in these dense forests contain powerful substances capable of healing illness and protecting health. Even today, scientists continue to study jungle ecosystems because they hold an extraordinary diversity of chemical compounds that could lead to new medicines. Tropical jungles are home to an incredible variety of plant species. In a single square kilometer of rainforest, there may be more plant species than exist in entire regions of the world. Each plant produces unique chemical defenses to protect itself from insects, fungi, and other threats. These natural compounds are often the same substances that researchers study when searching for new treatments for human diseases. Many modern medicines actually have their origins in jungle plants. For example, compounds discovered in tropical forests have contributed to treatments for infections, heart conditions, and even certain types of cancer. The famous drug quinine, once widely used to treat malaria, was originally derived from the bark of the cinchona tree found in South American rainforests. This discovery changed the course of medical history and demonstrated the immense value of jungle biodiversity. Indigenous communities living in tropical forests have long understood the healing potential of jungle plants. For generations, they have carefully observed the natural world and developed deep knowledge of medicinal herbs, tree bark, and roots. Their traditional practices often involve preparing teas, extracts, or poultices from plants that grow naturally in the forest. Many scientists now recognize that this traditional knowledge has guided important discoveries in modern medicine. Another fascinating aspect of jungle plants is how their chemical diversity developed over millions of years. Because so many organisms live close together in the rainforest, plants constantly evolve new strategies to survive. Some produce bitter or toxic compounds to discourage herbivores, while others release chemicals that attract helpful insects. These natural survival strategies create a remarkable library of biological chemistry within the jungle. The jungle's role in medicine is still far from fully understood. In fact, researchers estimate that only a small fraction of rainforest plants have been studied in detail. Countless species remain unexplored, meaning that future discoveries could still emerge from these ecosystems. Within the leaves, roots, and bark of unknown plants may exist compounds that could help treat diseases that challenge modern medicine today. Beyond their scientific importance, jungle plants also contribute to the calming beauty of the forest environment. Large leaves, delicate flowers, and towering trees create a green sanctuary where life quietly thrives. The gentle shade of the canopy and the constant renewal of plant life remind us that nature possesses its own methods of healing and balance. For this reason, many scientists and conservationists view tropical jungles as priceless reservoirs of life and knowledge. Protecting these ecosystems does not only preserve wildlife, it also safeguards a living library of natural medicines that may benefit humanity for generations to come. Why jungles bring calm to the human mind. Among all the environments on Earth, tropical jungles have a unique ability to create a deep sense of calm in those who experience them. While they are often described as wild and mysterious places, scientists have discovered that the sights and sounds of dense forests can have surprisingly soothing effects on the human mind. The combination of greenery, natural rhythms, and gentle environmental sounds helps create an atmosphere that many people instinctively find relaxing. One important reason for this calming effect is the color green, which dominates jungle landscapes. Studies in environmental psychology suggest that natural green environments can help reduce mental fatigue and lower stress levels. When people look at large areas of vegetation, their eyes move more gently across the landscape, allowing the brain to relax. In jungles, where every direction is filled with layers of plants and trees, this effect becomes even stronger. Another factor is the natural patterns found in jungle plants. Leaves, vines, and tree branches often grow in repeating shapes known as fractal patterns. These patterns appear frequently in nature, from coastlines and mountains to clouds and forests. Researchers have found that the human brain processes fractal patterns very efficiently, which may explain why natural environments feel comfortable and visually soothing. The jungle also creates a sense of calm through its layered soundscape. Unlike the sharp and sudden noises common in cities, jungle sounds are usually soft and continuous. The distant calls of birds, the gentle rustling of leaves, and the rhythmic buzzing of insects form a background sound that is steady and predictable. This type of natural audio environment can help the brain shift into a more relaxed state. Humidity and filtered light also contribute to the jungle's tranquil atmosphere. Because the canopy blocks direct sunlight, light often enters the forest in soft beams that move slowly as the sun travels across the sky. This gentle lighting creates a calm visual environment with few harsh contrasts. Combined with the warm, moist air of tropical forests, the jungle often feels like a quiet natural shelter. Another fascinating aspect of jungles is how they create a feeling of immersion in nature. In open landscapes, the horizon may stretch far into the distance. In jungles, however, the dense vegetation surrounds visitors on all sides. This creates a sense of being enclosed within a living environment, where every direction is filled with plants, sounds, and movement. For many people, this immersive experience encourages mindfulness and quiet observation. Modern scientists studying human well-being increasingly recognize the value of natural environments like jungles. Time spent in forests has been linked to lower stress hormones, improved mood, and greater mental clarity. In some countries, practices such as forest bathing encourage people to spend slow, quiet time among trees in order to reconnect with nature. In the end, jungles are more than ecosystems filled with extraordinary plants and animals. They are environments where nature moves in steady rhythms that have existed for millions of years. The colors, sounds, and patterns of the forest gently guide the mind away from tension and toward calm reflection. For this reason, jungles remain one of the most peaceful and fascinating landscapes on our planet, a place where the natural world quietly invites us to slow down and breathe. The invisible connections of the jungle. Beyond the visible world of towering trees, flowing rivers, and diverse wildlife, jungles are shaped by hidden systems that quietly connect every part of the ecosystem. These invisible networks operate beneath the soil, within the air, and even between living organisms, allowing the jungle to function as a deeply interconnected whole. One of the most fascinating of these systems exists underground. Beneath the forest floor lies a vast network of fungi and microscopic organisms that connect the roots of different plants. This network, sometimes described by scientists as a natural communication system, allows trees and plants to exchange nutrients and chemical signals. Through these underground pathways, stronger plants can even support weaker ones by sharing resources such as water and essential minerals. In the air above, another invisible process constantly takes place. Jungle plants release moisture into the atmosphere through a process known as transpiration. This moisture rises and contributes to cloud formation, which in turn brings rainfall back to the forest. In this way, jungles help create their own climate, maintaining the warm and humid conditions necessary for life to thrive. Pollination is another quiet but essential connection within the jungle. Many plants depend on animals such as insects, birds, and bats to transfer pollen from one flower to another. These interactions are often highly specialized. Some flowers open only at night to attract nocturnal pollinators, while others produce specific scents or shapes designed to match a particular species. Without these precise relationships, many plants would not be able to reproduce. Seeds also travel through the jungle in surprising ways. Animals play a crucial role in spreading plant life by carrying seeds across long distances. Birds may eat fruits and later release seeds far from the original tree, while mammals can transport seeds on their fur or through their movements across the forest. This natural distribution system ensures that the jungle continues to expand and renew itself over time. Even the air within the jungle carries subtle signals. Plants can release chemical compounds when they are damaged, warning nearby plants of potential danger. In response, neighboring plants may begin producing defensive substances before being attacked themselves. This silent exchange of information helps protect entire communities of vegetation. Despite being invisible, these connections are essential to the stability of the jungle. They allow the ecosystem to respond to changes, recover from disturbances, and maintain balance across countless species. Each interaction, whether underground, in the air, or between living organisms, contributes to the quiet harmony that defines the rainforest. Understanding these hidden systems reveals that the jungle is not just a collection of individual plants and animals. It is a living network, where everything is connected in ways that are both complex and remarkably efficient. This unseen world adds another layer of wonder to the jungle, reminding us that some of nature's most important processes happen beyond what we can easily observe.